Hello and welcome to this Photoshop tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you some creative type mask techniques. So I'm using this image of the battle droid here, but you can use any image you like, but it will work particularly well with images that have a black background, so you might want to choose carefully when it comes to that. So let's start. So I'm going to click on New Layer, use my Marquee Selection tool, I'm going to add a rectangular selection, and I'm going to fill that with black. So Edit and Fill and Black. Then I'm going to move away from this and create a type layer. So I'm going to use my horizontal type tool. I'm going to select the area that I'm going to be working in. And then I'm going to enter my type. So I'm going to put Battle Droid. And I'm going to repeat that down the page. So I'm just going to select it. I'm going to copy and paste. There we go. And use my Move tool. I'm going to reposition and resize, just so we're filling the frame there. There we go. Alright, once that's done, just double clicking to commit. Then moving over to the type layer here, control click on the T icon, we'll make a selection out of the type. I'm going to turn off the visibility, then move to the layer of my black rectangle on. Then I'm just going to hit delete on the keyboard and it's going to remove those areas that are selected. So now deselecting, you'll see the effect starting to take shape. You can still move this around, so the move arrow selects, you can still reposition and move and resize if you wish. So you can make any sort of subtle adjustments you want to. There we go. Now I'm going to take a selection from this area of the image and continue with my sort of creative type masking. So making sure the background layer is selected this time. Moving over to the type tool and selecting the vertical type mask tool. So I'm going to click in an area down the bottom here and it's going to move up the page. So I'm going to type again, Battle Droid. Clicking away on the move arrow. So now I have a selection. So I'm going to edit, copy, and then I'm going to add that to a new layer. So new layer there, and edit, paste. You can't see anything yet, but if we use the move arrow, you can move it over to the right hand side. There we go. And I'm going to double click on this layer to bring up the layer style tools. And I'm going to add some effects. I'm just going to add the inner glow. So you can experiment with these and see which ones work well with your picture. But I'm going to stick with that. Going to hit OK, and finally I'm going to add a border to my image. Now in order to add a border I'm going to have to unlock my background layer. I'm going to hold Shift on the keyboard and click on the top layer here so all are selected, and then Control T on the keyboard to transform, and I'm going to hold Shift again and Alt, and we're going to slowly move our image in center. So I'm going to make a quick adjustment to this text layer so it's not overlapping. So Control T, I'm just going to pull that down. There we go. And I'm going to fill this background in a color which relates to my image. So again, I'm going to create a new layer underneath. So this new layer is going to go at the bottom. And I'm going to fill this layer. So I'm going to go to Edit and Fill. And I'm going to take my selection from the image. So clicking on Contents, going to Color. And I'm going to take my selection from the image. I'm going to go for a nice dark shade here. Then hit an OK. And OK again, and it's created a border. So there's a technique for you to play with, playing around with the type mask tools and the blending options. So good luck with your own designs. Thank you.